7 steps. We like it. It's going to happen fast if I win. If I win, when? Failed. Thank you. But I'm going to withdraw the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which has not yet been ratified. So, the Trans-Pacific Partnership is another disaster, done and pushed by special interests who want to rape our country, just a continuing rape of our country. That's what it is, too. It's a harsh word. It's a rape of our country. This is done by wealthy people that want to take advantage of us and that want to sign another partnership. So, Hillary Clinton, not so long ago, said this is the gold standard of trade pacts, the gold standard. And she's down and saying this is the gold standard. In fact, I saw it on television this morning, the gold standard. Then when I got involved and I started pointing out all the flaws, especially the fact that monetary manipulation, currency manipulation, which is a primary tool that other countries use, especially China, to destroy our companies and to take our business, okay? It's not properly addressed and practically not even discussed at all in this. That's not the only reason. There are many reasons. Number one, I want to make individual deals with individual countries. I don't need to have massive that you can't get out of. 6,000 pages. Our people probably never even read it. And these other countries, they know every word, every comma, every paragraph, every sentence. And our people, I just know our people. I remember with Obamacare. Remember, they went to all the congressmen. No, remember, we're going to repeal it and replace it. Don't worry. It's a disaster. But do you remember when they talked to people about who read it? And it's massive. It's thousands of pages. Who read it? Nobody. Nobody. It was that fraud that said he defrauded all the people. Do you remember the guy? Everybody forgot about him. The one that wrote it, and then he had a moment of jolliness where he thought he was with friends or something, and he started saying, what a joke. But we have a Trans-Pacific Partnership that Hillary Clinton will sign 100%, okay? 100%. But because of me, just like I shamed her into using the term radical Islamic terrorism, remember, she wouldn't use it because Obama wouldn't use it, and she does not want to do anything to defend him or offend him. If she offends Obama, too risky for her, okay? So she doesn't want to do that. So she'll use the term now because I shamed her into it. Well, I shamed her into turning against the so-called gold standard. It's not the gold standard. It's going to be worse than NAFTA, folks. It's going to suck your jobs and your industry away, what we have left of it. It's a disaster. So just remember that. She will sign it 100%. She wanted it. She considered it the greatest. Then she said, oh, no, I'm not going to sign it. But she'll sign it. She'll make a couple of little amendments that don't mean anything, and she'll sign it. And there goes the rest of our jobs. I'm going to appoint the toughest and smartest trade negotiators to fight on behalf of the American workers. Okay? Gonna do it. We have the best. We have the best in the world. We use political hacks to make the biggest deals ever. Bigger than company deals. When you see IBM and all of these companies making deals, this stuff is much bigger. And we have political hacks representing us. I'm going to direct the Secretary of Commerce immediately to identify every violation or trade agreement, every trade agreement that's been violated, which is about all of them. I'm going to have them, every single trade agreement of a foreign country is currently using and harming our workers. What we're doing is we have trade agreements that truly are so one-sided that they are now harming and really hurting our workers. Then I'm going to totally direct them to go after these, to file complaints. You know, there's a way with the appropriate agencies and use every tool. And we have many of them, but we don't use them. And the reason we don't use them, special interests don't want you to use them. under the American international law to end these abuses of these trade agreements. It'll end, folks, believe me, and it'll end fast. This is what Ohio's going to like a lot. I'm going to tell our NAFTA partners that I intend to immediately renegotiate the terms of that agreement to get a better deal for our workers. And I don't mean just a little bit better. I mean so much better that you will not even believe it, okay? Then I'm going to submit a notice under Article 2205 of the NAFTA agreement that America intends to withdraw from the deal if they don't come through for us. So we'll withdraw if they don't make the deal for us. I'm going to instruct my Treasury Secretary, who will be a very good one, I already have an idea who it's going to be, to label China a currency manipulator. Now, I've been saying this for years. Everybody knows that's what they're doing. We make better product than they do, but we never get a chance to show it because they manipulate their currencies. They're grand chess masters, folks, and we do nothing about it. I'm not even sure if our country knows what's going on, I'll be honest. But the reason we do nothing is because of the special interest, the lobbyists. They have our people totally taken care of. Any country that devalues their currency in order to take advantage of the United States and its workers will be met very, very sharply. And that includes tariffs and taxes for their goods coming into the country. Okay? Number 6. Got to do it. Why wouldn't we do it? Why wouldn't we do it? And I'm a free trader, just so you understand. But we're being taken advantage of by everybody. Got to do it. Every time China, they go 7%, 8%, and it's like a disaster. Do you know, we have, with GDP, we have right now, zero. A little more than zero. If China goes to 7%, it's like a national catastrophe. We're like the dummies. We're going to be up to a very high level. And we're going to be up to that level fairly soon if I win, believe me. I'm going to instruct the United States trade representatives to bring trade cases against China, both in this country and at the World Trade Organization, where you're allowed to do it. We never do it. We're being manhandled, and we never do anything. Now, it's not only China, it's everyone. China's the #1 abuser, but it's everyone. China's unfair subsidy behavior, and that's what it is, it's a subsidy behavior, is prohibited by the terms of its entrance to the World Trade Organization. And I intend to enforce those rules the way they were intended to be enforced. That's all. And by the way, China will like us better than they like us now. They'll respect us. And it's probable that we won't even have to do it because they know I'm not playing games. They know I'm not playing games. I probably won't even have to do it. Here's China, rips us off left and right, and what are they doing? They're building a massive military fortress, which they're not allowed to do, in the middle of the South China Sea. So they're making unbelievable deals with us. We have a trade deficit with China of almost $500 billion a year. How do we continue to do this? Not going to happen any longer, folks. Not going to happen any longer. Number 7. If China does not stop its illegal activities, which is illegal, including its theft of American trade secrets, I will use every lawful presidential power to remedy trade disputes. Very simple, not complicated, and you watch what happens, including the application of tariffs consistent with Section 201 and 301 of the Trade Act of 1974. They're right there for us to use. No big deal. And Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962. Now, when you hear the term trade expansion or Trade Expansion Act, not expansion for us. It's expansion for these other countries that have taken advantage. Because when I come here I go throughout Ohio. I go throughout Pennsylvania. I go throughout New York State. I go all throughout New England. There's no expansion. We're getting the hell beat out of us. And it's going to stop. And we're going to bring our jobs back to this country. We're going to make product again. We're going to lift our wages.